Well, go on, my brother.
Yeah. You alright?
That's probably going to be one of the most unenthusiastic intros I think I've ever heard.
Right.
Yo.
Alright. I take it back. Should we start again? Right. You greet me then. Go on.
Well, go on, my brother.
What is up, my friend? How are you doing?
That's fair. That's the energy and enthusiasm we like here. We don't have that here. We don't. It's not persistent. It's not persistent. First 30 seconds, it's like, yo, this is the maddest thing in the world. And then it's like, actually, nah.
Okay, no. I'll sum up the intros for this podcast. Like this podcast, the start of it is literally the upwards ascent on a roller coaster. Like, this is amazing. Oh my god, this is so
It's a
amazing.
it's a very short one as well.
Yeah. Very quickly. But Waggy Wands, it's gonna be a very PG podcast on my half.
What does PG mean? I come from Wales. Please explain. I don't speak English.
Parental guidance, you know movies, man. That's the ratings.
Oh, I thought you said Pugy. I thought you said Pugy,
No,
not
I said
PG.
PG. Where'd you get
This is what happens,
PG from? Why
ladies and gentlemen.
PG?
This is what happens when a person from one of the most quote established cities in the world talks to a lowly commoner like myself.
Yes, you are a lowly commoner.
Fuck you,
Know
bitch.
your place. Know your place. Nah, wait, this is unfair because I can't swear, and you
I
can't
know
be
you can't.
insulting me if I can't swear. I don't think that's fair.
Alright, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah, like none of that. You suck off Willy Wonka. Like I can't do that today. Like
Mm,
I could do it without swearing. It just won't have the same effect.
yeah, it will be very tame.
Hmm.
I'm able to swear, but I'll try and keep
Like
it at a limit because it sets you off. It's like a chain reaction.
wait, but like imagine me saying like, "Oh yeah, you get on your knees and start sucking on Willy Wonka's penis." Like it doesn't have the same effect, does it?
Nah,
Yeah.
fondling his ball sack like a fuckwit, that has a bit of a bit more of an effect. You know what I mean? But trust. Come 1st of May for that entire day, I have to be content. All right, I cannot raise my voice. I cannot get angry at things. I have to be entirely contempt for the entirety of the 1st of May.
The entirety
And then
first
the
of May.
build, and then the build up to the 20th of May, I have to gradually release all of my inner angers as calm, content, nice acts of how to say it, like kindness or something, even though that type of stuff, because Celtic paganism.
Celtic, yeah.
I'm going down the route of a druid right now. All right, I'm not transforming for warriorism until I'm about 25 and I'm able to get a sword and go into the mountains and train.
Fair enough.
Just makes
That sounds
sense.
like that sounds like some medieval Rocky movie. Like you're just gonna go into the mountains with a sword and train. You're just gonna have Eye of the Tiger play in the background, and you're just gonna be chopping up some tree with your sword. Like it's the Eye of the Tiger.
Yo,
I can picture it so perfectly as well.
just every single day, every single Saturday, Sunday, I'm just up there on the mountain, just ding, 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 ding. Swords just
No,
going left, right,
honestly,
and
it's
center.
just. Oh no, mate! It is honestly just Rocky Four set in the mountains in medieval times.
I do dress like a medieval man. I dress like a 800 BC man.
Oh, that's even worse.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
Oh, that's funny. All right, ninth century Rocky.
You know that face of that kid that sticks his no, it's not that one. It's the one that getting the photograph taken in the meme where he's
Yeah,
just sat there and his face is just completely straight, like bruh. Like that's
bro.
how I'm sat
Yeah,
now. That's how I'm sat. 9th century Rocky. Alright, I see how it is. I see how it
Wait,
is.
mate, you set the standards, not me.
You brought this on yourself. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess I
trust
did.
you brought this.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
That's funny.
That is funny. That was a hell of an intro as well. I think that's great.
That's up there
This
on
is
the
where the roller
ratings.
coaster comes down now. Like this is the downwards descent.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it was a pretty long episode, so yeah,
Mm,
downwards descent.
mm.
Also, may I just
Also,
say,
yep.
I think I was one of the only 200 people out of the 3.7 million people that probably watched this show that actually knew what the character was that was allegedly hyped up.
Yeah, yeah. Even I
I,
didn't
I,
know. But you
in
know
it,
what? You know what?
what?
Um, Firstly, if they introduce her as Madam Hydra, then I'd be like, ah. But
It'd make a bit more
secondly,
sense, wouldn't it?
yeah. But secondly, she's not the first person to take on the mantle of Madam Hydra.
No.
She's like the second, so she's like Madam Hydra 2.0.
I say she's the better version.
Because originally,
I'm not.
I think it was Viper in the comics was the original Madam Hydra.
Mm,
And my
she,
my
she,
most recent Madam Hydra to me was Eliza Sinclair from the Secret Empire
yeah.
comic arc, the one who practically adopted Steve Rogers.
Mm.
But we don't talk about that because people don't like that. Even though I actually really like Secret Empire, I thought it was it was a really good story arc.
Yeah, but you've got Americans being Americans and they're like, "Don't touch my Steve Rogers."
Yeah, but I think the fact that you take a character like that and just twist everything that he's been established to, just to see what he would be like, I thought that was really good. I liked seeing
And
Hydra Cap. I liked
I
it. There, I
I
said it.
I like alternate timelines. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why I'm excited for the What If series on Disney Plus.
yeah,
That's
that's
coming.
gonna be
I'm excited
sick.
for that because I love alternate timelines.
Mm.
Because what is it like? Um, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh, if that becomes if they ever make that, I'd be so happy.
I'd love to see
That'd
it
be.
as an animated series. I'm not even fucking lying because
It'd
they can do
work
so
better as
much
an
more with
animated
animation.
series, yeah.
Yeah, they can do so much more with animation.
Yeah,
But
they can do so
that's
much more, but
that's
at
an
the same
alternate
time,
timeline.
I would love to see it as a live action movie. Come on,
It
tell
would
me
be great.
you wouldn't want to see Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds just killing everyone.
Ryan Reynolds v Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yes, yes.
See,
Deadpool kills
see.
Deadpool.
The the funny thing is, this is what I found out. The funny thing is that the person who becomes Deadpool
Yeah,
is consistent. So if it's a male that becomes Deadpool, yeah, it's
yeah,
consistently Wade Wilson throughout the entire multiverse.
yeah.
If it's a
It's
female,
never someone else.
yeah, it's never someone else that becomes Wade Wilson. That's established
Yeah.
in time,
Even
in
like
the
even
concept of the
Kidpool
Marvel
is still
multiverse.
Wade.
Yeah,
Even Kidpool
it
is
is.
Wade Wilson.
Sometimes
But
he's named Wade Wilson Jr., sometimes he's just Wade
yeah,
Wilson,
and
but he's
there's
still
someone
Wade
called
Wilson.
Wadey Wilson. Oh, that's Ultimate Universe. Wadey Wilson.
Mm.
He's still Wade
Still a
Wilson.
di-
He's just got a
still
cool.
still a differentiation from Wade Wilson.
Mm.
So that's what I like about that because it
Yeah.
just consistently establishes the fact that no one else can be as fucking mad and insane as Wade Wilson.
No, no, and I love it.
And the females as well.
Lady Deadpool.
Lady Pool or Lady Deadpool is
Mm.
she is always the female version of I can't remember her name, but she's always the female version of Wade Wilson. And every single female iteration of
Yeah,
Deadpool, you will find it's always her.
yeah. Wanda Wilson,
Because
that's it.
yeah, so like Wade and Wanda, they're always consistently mad.
Yeah. It's just you can't beat Deadpool's energy.
Exactly, yeah. If you're gonna make Deadpool, you make Deadpool Deadpool, but you just stick him in
Mm,
a different suit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Different body or something like that.
Even even Dogpool had the same energy. And he was a dog. Like
Exactly. Yeah. He was like a rabid
yeah.
terrier, wasn't he? He was like a terrier.
He I don't know what he was, but he was bonkers.
He fucking zombie pool's funny. He's literally just his head.
Headpool. Headpool.
Head pool,
Yeah.
yeah, head pool. It
He was
literally is just
great.
a head.
You know what? Headpool's been on some like next level journey because like forget about Deadpool Court. Like he had this whole arc just for himself where he'd travel across the world and everything. Like Headpool, he's got into
Yeah,
so many shenanigans.
he's a head
He's a
with a
head.
helicopter on him.
Yeah. No, it's not even a helicopter. It's one of those little hats that have the little propellers on it, isn't
Oh
it?
shit, yeah, it is. Oh shit. It is. Oh my days.
It's one of those little propellers.
That's fucking class, that is.
Oh, it was amazing. Um, I need more Deadpool. I need Deadpool 3.
I can't wait for Deadpool.
Apparently,
It's
originally it
gonna be.
was going to be like Ryan Reynolds said that it was originally going to be Deadpool and Wolverine on
X-Force.
a road trip. No, 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 on a road trip.
Oh, that would be so fucking
That would have been
good.
amazing. I just need on-screen Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
All right. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, even if they don't make a Marvel related movie in any
Mm,
film, would be
yeah,
very fucking good.
yeah.
I would love
I
that.
just, it'd be amazing. It'd be so funny as well. Because like they have this like joke where they pretend like Hugh Jackman
They pretend
pretends
not to
to
like
hate
each other.
him. No, 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 no. Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds tries so hard to like Hugh Jackman, but Hugh Jackman just hates him. Like
They
he tries
what
to be
they I
his
think
best friend, and Hugh Jackman's like, no.
yeah, realistically they love each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think what their inspiration was is that they got it from the comic book. So you know how like
Mm,
Deadpool's always trying to love Spider-Man and Deadpool's always trying to love Wolverine.
yeah,
And Wolverine just hates him. He's like Wade, shut
yeah.
the fuck up. Wade, shut
I,
up. You know what I
I,
mean? Like
I always love seeing Deadpool and Wolverine in a comic together.
it's just funny. I love the
Mm.
like the chemistry they have. It's great.
Mm. I like it's so weird because they come from the same like Weapon X program as well.
And Deadpool's a product of
Yeah,
his healing factor, isn't he?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
But this is why we need it on screen.
I also just found out what the Deadpool from Earth 21101 is called. Well, or kills the Marvel Universe. His name is Dreadpool.
Well, that's fun.
He literally his name is Dreadpool instead of
That's,
Deadpool, and he created the evil Deadpool core,
yeah, 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 yeah,
which is fucking sick.
yeah. I remember that because that's why. Yeah, that's why Deadpool recruited or like Lady Deadpool, Kidpool, Headpool, Dogpool just to fight him. Only Deadpool could have like even though Spider-Man's got the Spider-Verse and has these cool stories, only Deadpool could have a story arc where he gets alternate versions of himself just to kill an alternate version of himself.
Yeah, it's sick, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's fucking sick.
like only Deadpool.
Oh, I managed to find a Deadpool. I've just been going through the Marvel fandom, the Marvel
Mm,
database,
mm.
as we've been talking about Deadpool, and I managed to find one that isn't called Wade, but it has the surname Wilson from Earth TRN 25245, called Frederick Wilson, and he's from Veppen, and then the Nazi symbol.
Uh, he's Nazi Paul then.
Nazi Paul. Yeah. Well, current alias is Veppen Nazi symbol or Wheezy
Weapon
Wilson.
swastika. Wheezy Wilson.
Wheezy Wilson. He has cutlasses, and
He's a pirate?
no, I think he's a. Is he a Nazi? Basically, he was part of Deadpool Corps, not the evil Deadpool Corps.
Mm.
He was part of Deadpool Corps, and he was a former spy, and he was the American version of him. Interesting.
Hmm.
Hawkeye Pool, that's another one. King Pool.
Oh God, Venom Pool.
No, don't tell me Venom Pool's not sick. Carnage
Venom Pool
as
is
well.
sick.
Venom Pool and Carnage Pool, I love them.
No, when Deadpool in hosted all the other symbiotes, like Hybrid Pool, I think is what he's called. It was so sick. Like he had Scream, who is it? Toxin, Lash, and some of the other symbiotes that I can't be bothered to remember the names of. Yeah. Let's get on track because
Yes,
I'm
true.
tired.
Enough about Deadpool.
Yeah,
More about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes. So we've already talked about Madam Hydra. I don't want to talk about her anymore because I was embarrassed. But potential
all right
potential plot line to come
for Mr. What's his face, John Walker's character arc.
That was good. Right. So firstly, I really like this episode, but I think my only issue with the episode is I think it's one of the better episodes we've had because again, it's one of the slow ones, but it's had a lot of development. But I think my only problem, that isn't so much of a problem, is just how strong they went in at the start of the episode and then how quickly it died down. Like, I get it, they had to talk about, like, they had to touch on the consequences of the last episode, but it was just how, wham, like, you just go in, bam, they're fighting John Walker. I loved that fight, by the way. I loved everything about that fight.
It reflected a lot of the Civil War.
Yeah,
fight.
like when Walker ripped off Sam's wings and was like, "I'm Captain America," and was about to slam him with the shield. It just reminded me of when Cap ripped off Iron Man's helmet
face,
and was about to do the same. But like,
it's the way that Sam and Bucky fought reminds me a lot of how Steve and Bucky fought.
Yeah.
They were very. It was because in Winter Soldier, Civil War, they were very. What was it? They were very unionized. So they played off of each other.
They were very synchronized. Yeah.
Sam and Bucky. Sam and Bucky were almost there. They weren't quite there, but they had elements of
polish. It needed to be polished, but like it
had
close.
elements of working together. It had elements of them working together, but it was closer than it's been throughout the entire series.
Yeah, but I'm glad it wasn't just an easy fight. I'm glad like John Walker actually did put up a fight because again he did have the super soldier serum, so it wasn't just like they were fighting a normal guy. They were fighting a super soldier who's lost it.
Yeah, he also had two instances where he pulled the shield up to try and slam it down on someone's face, and I think it was for both of them.
Yeah, and probably Bucky. Yeah.
Yeah, because
it was really weird as well, though. It was weird when he slammed Bucky away into that electric pylon, and you saw like the electricity shoot up his arm, like vibranium arm, and it was kind of like. You wouldn't think, because it's like Wakandan and vibranium, you wouldn't think that would happen, but it's still metal and it probably conducts, and that's just gone through his body.
Yeah, it probably knocked him straight. Well, it would knock any normal guy straight.
But I think my favourite part of the fight was the end bit. Sam had the shield. He kicked Walker Pete Walker up a bit, and then he picked him up and swung him, and Sam flew into him with the shield.
Yes.
Like, that was just sick. He just absolutely destroyed Walker. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Walker broke like his back from that.
Well, he broke his arm, didn't he? Showed that he broke
No,
his
but
arm.
that's because they like ripped the shield off, innit? Like, Sam was
Oh yeah, yeah,
using
yeah.
his what was it? His jetpack going one way.
Jetpack.
Bucky was holding him back, so it just snapped his arm, innit?
Well, it's when Bucky picked up the shield and the ray of sunlight hit him, and the silhouette of him holding the
Mm.
shield
Yeah,
stood up.
Bucky
Is like,
holding the
damn.
shield was so sick. But when he dropped
And then
it to
he,
Sam and just gave him
yes,
the look,
he's like, yo, this is yours, bro.
yeah,
Take
this
it.
is
You know what I
no,
mean?
but it was also like, this is your fault at the
Mm,
same
mm,
time.
mm. Yeah, I agree.
And then it kind of just moved on from that. But Sam said to Torres, "Keep the wings."
You know what that
Now
means?
I've kind of been against it the whole show, but in the comics, Torres becomes the new
Torres does
Falcon
become a new
when
Falcon.
and like, while I'm not overly against it, it's just I feel like there doesn't need to be a new Falcon after all
You
this.
could incorporate Falcon and the Captain
Mm.
America together.
Yeah,
I've
but
even thought it through.
they've set it up. It's probably going to happen, but I'm not mad about it.
Oh
It just
yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah.
my go-to for it, you know. But it'd still be cool to see Torres more because I actually do like him as a character.
I'd prefer it if Torres did become Falcon, and that's because
Mm,
in the comics, when Sam becomes Captain America,
yeah,
Torres
he
does
becomes.
inevitably become Falcon.
Yeah,
And I think that following that lineage through the comics is good because then it gives people who've actually seen the comics and understand what it's all about
yeah,
actually
but
have some, they're like, oh yeah, it they've followed the comics in this regard, but then they might take it a
yeah,
completely different way down the road. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I think my issue with it is obviously if they do make him Falcon, it would just be another Captain America sidekick. But
Mm,
from the way this show's going, it seems like there's going to be a lot of partner work with Sam and Bucky in the future. So
yes.
inevitably, Torres would just be like the third wheel in that.
Yeah, or it could be that Sam becomes Captain America, him and
Mm,
Bucky come together as Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and then Falcon
mm.
goes off and does his own thing and doesn't
I don't.
actually third wheel anything.
Mm, I don't know. It
I
just depends, really.
guess
See where it
guess what
goes.
we'll have to see because MCU so far has referenced comics and followed it
Mm,
very, very, very roughly.
yeah,
Like, if you were going to draw a line between how far they've referenced the comics and how far they've stuck to the source material, well, one
yeah,
of the source materials, it would be a very, very wiggly line.
mm,
If you know what I mean? Like it will come together at some points and then just completely fucking diverge the other sides. Like
yeah,
opposite ends, like one end of Britain, you know what I mean? Like one's up in Scotland, one's down in Cornwall, and then it comes together
mm,
again. And then it like differs, like sometimes it stays
yeah, yeah. I
straight,
know what you mean.
sometimes yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what I think. That's what I think
yeah,
they've done throughout the entire MCU, and I don't see why they should stop because
yeah.
they've kind of
It works,
established their
innit?
own thing. Yeah,
It
because
works.
even the Marvel multiverse that is canon, this is the MCU is Earth 9999999
Yeah, yeah. It's one
four
nine 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 nine.
yeah 1999 with two nines
Mm.
because it was like
Uh,
Kevin Feige's first thing and then two more nines for some reason.
yeah, I know.
I I, I
We don't
learned that the other
question
day.
it. We don't
Yeah,
question it.
don't
It's just
question, just
a
laugh
bunch of
and
nines.
wave,
What in a bunch of nines. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
smile and wave.
Um, After that, I felt really sad for John Walker in this episode. Well, not like really sad, but I had sympathy for him.
Yeah, White's
Like,
doing a really good job. I'm not even
He is
lying.
doing a really good job.
In it.
Like the fact I could hate him so much at the start and now actually feel bad for him.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Because at the start I was like, oh no, 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 no. I'm
Uh,
not vibing with this guy. I'm
it's
not
like,
having
no, I
this.
hate you.
Not at
I
all.
hate you. I want to
I
see you
hate
dead. Like, but now,
I
like,
do, I
oh,
want you to get your ass kicked so bad. It's
mm,
unreal. And then it comes to this episode, he's got a broken arm.
yeah,
He's trying to fight for what he believes is right. And you're stood there going,
yeah.
I mean, maybe it weren't that bad. Maybe have a bit of
But
sympathy
like,
for you.
that the trial
Mm.
when he was at that hearing. I felt he got done so dirty.
Oh yeah. Oh
On
definitely.
like they said like you you won't get any of your like ranks, retirement rank, like
Yeah.
nothing. He
You're
gets nothing, but you don't
you're
get a
getting
dishonorable
completely
discharge. I feel like they've just given everything, but the like the name, the title of getting a dishonorable discharge.
in it. They literally went, nah, you're getting nothing. Now
Exactly.
leave.
They they did
Thanks.
him so dirty. Like I was
In it.
waiting for him to flip out and throw the stand or something with super soldier strength, like rawr, you know.
But he did lose it, didn't he? He lost it
Mm,
in the room. He was like, I've been fuck, I'm there. And then
mm,
you just sat there like listen to him scream, and you're just like,
yeah,
what? I kind of see where he's coming from, but now I
yeah, yeah. You
feel
get
like I feel what I understand like why he's coming from this direction. Like he lost his
yeah,
best friend. He took the
yep,
super soldier serum knowing the risks. He's
yeah,
trying
and
to
he's
do what
losing
he
it.
thinks is right. He's completely losing it because he's losing to people who
Mm,
aren't super soldiers. He's losing it to people who are super soldiers. He's got two people
yeah.
who are world-renowned heroes after him
Also,
because they don't
also,
think it's right that he's got the
no,
shield.
yeah. Not just that, but like realistically, he wants their approval more than anyone's
In it,
because they are Captain America's best friends. They are Captain America's closest friends. He has felt throughout the show if he got their approval, he's doing something right.
in it, and he just hasn't got
And then
that.
when they just beat him up and take his shield, it's like, oh,
He's got nothing left now, has he?
mm.
Apart from his
Like
relatively
even
fit
when he
wife.
said, like even yeah, even when he said to Sam, like we could have been a team.
Mm,
Like you could tell he wanted it.
in it. Oh
But
man,
when he visited
a lot of
Lamar's
mixed feelings.
parents, when he visited
Bro,
Lamar's parents, I was like, yo, like, and when Lamar's mom was like, he was so proud of you when you became Captain America. I was like, oh man,
just sort of like, oh boss man, like, because now you see it from both sides. Because Bucky was like, "You're not Captain America." Sam was like, "You're not Captain America," and that's the feeling that you held until this episode.
and
But when it
and
comes
he's
from like,
lost the only person who actually believed in him.
yeah, exactly, and like you see when he was like when he was like confronting his parents, they were like, "Oh yeah, he believed in you. Like he thought you were the greatest. He looked up to you." And he was like, you can see him in his eyes that he was like, "Oh, I, oh what, I, what? I never even realized like this fully. Like obviously he realized it in some sense, but then he was like, "Oh, I didn't realize this fully. I didn't even understand." Like, and then he walks out of like Lamar's parents' place, and then he walks down the street and he sees the Captain America poster on the side, and he's like,
Oh yeah,
"Yo,
mate.
that
It was like,
that is." It was like Cap is back, John Walker, and he's like, "Yo,
yeah.
that's what I
I
was
was
meant to
like,
be.
mm,
What Lamar believed in me, and I
mm,
was meant to be that, but now I don't feel like that because he had genuine sorrow in his eyes,
mm. He had every regret going in.
in it, and you could feel that.
Mm.
Like it didn't make
I
me cry like they promised it would,
no, no,
but
no.
I could feel it.
I definitely felt emotion towards it.
Oh yeah, I don't cry.
Um,
I don't cry at anything, and this definitely didn't make me cry. But it did like it did move me. It was
mm,
moving.
but I think one scene that summed up his entire mental state was that post-credit scene where he's creating his own shield.
When he becomes fully US agent
Mm,
or Patriot, either one. Because
probably
Patriot's actually
US
got super
agent.
serum. So, but yeah,
I
probably
think.
US agent because
Mm,
he his original suit it didn't have any white on it,
no, but I
and
don't think.
US
I think.
agents doesn't.
I think he's gonna go in as carry on his self-imposed Captain America,
Mm,
but then after what happens in the next episode, the government will see like we still need him, but they might like they'll give him the mantle of US agent, but also like
yeah,
only use him for like covert ops, like when they need to get their hands dirty.
yeah. I think that's when they're gonna start following the comics because that's what US agent
Mm,
was. He's an anti-hero. You
yeah,
know what I mean? He's
yeah,
part of like the people who go in and like. I mean, we need to get the job done, but if we kill a couple people on the way,
yeah.
what's it gonna do? You know?
But what I'm excited for is him fighting Sam as Captain America.
Oh yeah. Oh my days. That would be sick. Because in the comics, it's like Steve comes back as the captain,
Mm,
try to fight
yeah,
against US agent. So
but like no,
obviously
no,
we
no.
don't have Steve.
Even when Sam fought, like in the comics, U.S. agent fought Captain America Sam, and it was
Oh
just
yeah,
great. Yeah,
like
and I'm just
I,
really
I
excited to
think
see that.
I think that montage at the end probably because he's getting there without serum.
Mm. Mate, I loved that entire end. Like just
That was
him
a good end.
training with the shield. You know when you get a natural smile just from watching something.
I get it all the time when I'm watching funny videos from like 2016.
Yeah, but like I just had that natural like it was like a proud smile. It was like, yeah, you deserve
And
this.
I'm not
This
American. I'm
yes,
not patriotic about
no,
America, but
but
seeing Sam do this is like, this is
yeah,
what I wanted. This is what I've been waiting for.
no, but like watching him flipping around, throwing the shield and stuff, it was just so sick.
Yeah, the learning experience that he's going through, and
Mm,
then obviously his nephews come along and go, "Oh, Uncle Sam," and he's like, "Oh yeah, you
yeah,
know what? I'll make some time as I also train."
yeah, but like you know what though, it really like because I was watching that scene and you could see him trying to like throw the shield, do the flip, catch it, and he failed a few times, but then he did it. And when he did it, I had the
Yeah,
biggest smile on my face because like this is it. You are ready. Like you are Captain America. But
yeah.
like they had that, and it lasted for like a split second. Then it cut to Carly in New York,
Mm.
and my face just dropped. I was like, oh god.
Well,
But
New York is going to be interesting
because
because if you
Batroc
look at the
Khalifa
trailers,
showed up.
yeah,
I'm not watching the trailers.
I
I'm
watched
avoiding
no,
them.
I watched the initial trailer
Mm.
of like the initial series, like so the first ever trailer that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
released. Shannon was she walked out of like a place with red lights, and I can only assume that is what New York is currently. Because
Mm.
at the end of the episode, when GDC went down,
No, I'm not sure because everything I can remember from the first trailer has already happened. Even when like Sam and Bucky like are like partners and like shake
mm,
hands, that happened in this episode.
oh yeah,
When Sam's throwing around the shield, that's happened in this episode.
yeah,
So I don't think anything that's been shown in trailers is gonna, except for like the latest mid-season trailer.
yeah.
but we don't count that because it's a mid-season trailer that came out after the mid
The initial
episode.
trailer release.
No, like it came out after episode 4. That's not
Oh
mid-season
yeah,
when you got 2 episodes left. Like,
that's like what? I don't
yeah,
even know if there's a mathematical term for that, but yeah,
2/3, 2/3 season trailer.
two-thirds season trailer.
Mm.
It just doesn't sound right.
But yeah, no. When Batroc the Leaper showed up, and Sharon was talking to him on the phone before that, mind.
Oh yeah, yeah, and he turned up to
Yeah,
Flag
to
Smashers.
kill Sam. So
Or is
no,
it the
no, that's why
GRC?
he's
Are they
there.
gonna? Is it?
Yeah, because he says like, because she goes, "Oi, you get to kill Sam. Like that's why you're here. That's why you want to be here anyway." That's what Carly said
That's
to her.
what if she's the power broker?
Yeah, that's been the running theory for a while.
Because it makes sense, doesn't it? She's got a lot of money and she has a lot of
Mm,
influence. But then I have heard people say, "But why is she killing her own people?"
But
But
then they
then
just put.
if you're such a powerful influence within Madripoor,
Mm,
why wouldn't you kill your own
but
people
I just,
to cover yourself?
I just don't get her motives. I just don't get why she would be the power
They're
broker.
not clear. Nothing around Shannon has been clear around this
But
entire series. It just doesn't make
I,
any sense.
yeah, like honestly, I have no clue. But I guess we'll find out next episode. Like a
I
lot of
bloody
things.
hope so.
Yeah, trust. I'd be mad if we
If
don't.
they leave it on a cliffhanger with Shannon, I swear to God, I'm gonna go down to Disney
Oh,
HQ and I'm just gonna be like, "Yo, listen, what do you think you're doing? I swear now, I'll kill you." And they're like, "Oh, no need for violence." But you bloody morons, right? Listen up, all right? I'm not sitting around wasting loads of weeks of my life to see some awesome guy come Captain America and see Bucky be a great guy anyway, because he is, and kill
mm,
people with his electronic arm, and to see US agent rise up, for you not to do absolutely anything with Shannon, who's got loads of money, made a big name for herself
Sharon.
in Madripoor. Yeah, Shannon, Sharon, and you've done
Sharon.
absolutely nothing with it. What are
Yeah,
you doing?
trust.
And and they'll be sad like, "Oh, well, they'll make up all these excuses." Oh,
Mm,
nah, I'm gonna be so mad if they do that.
I'll be mad too. But apparently there was a plot line about some pandemic going on, but because of COVID and that, they kind of
Oh,
like
why
they
would they
cut
get
that
rid
out.
of a
No, but
pandemic plot line?
because we were right bang in the middle of the pandemic. This was like right at the start of COVID. But you know how in the first episode, when they first, not first, the second episode, when they fight the flag smashers for the first time, they're stealing a bunch of vaccines.
Yeah.
That was the start of that plot line.
Oh, is that part of the? Oh, okay, but
Mm,
it kind of makes sense why they would steal vaccines if they're trying to make
yeah,
people better, and
yeah.
also if they could hide the super serum soldier within it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? If they had the super serums,
Super soldier serum.
Jesus Christ, I can't speak.
You're bad.
Super soldier
Right,
serum.
just move on. Yeah,
Yeah, within the vaccines, it makes
yeah.
sense why they would steal it as well as the vaccines, because they're like, "Oh yeah,
Mm,
we've got to provide for these people." And it's like,
yeah.
why is there also super soldier serum in there? It's like,
Mm.
ha ha ha, that's what.
But I, I don't know, man. I'm just Carly's definitely lost it. I think her
Oh
right
yeah,
hand guy, you know the Asian guy. I don't know
the
his name.
Australian one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
even he's questioning her at this point. Like he hasn't said anything, but you can tell by the way he looks. Like he's like,
And
what
he's
are
like,
you
"Are you
doing?
sure?"
Mm. So I'm excited to see that in the next episode because
Yeah, it would be
this is
good.
the final episode. Like this is where everything goes down.
I think it's going to be like an hour long or something like that. It has to be because
Mm.
otherwise it's just not have enough
Yeah,
time to explain everything they've tried to explain up until this point.
Exactly. And like, what's it? Oh, you know what I liked in this episode? I
Oh,
liked,
go on.
I liked, I liked a few things, but I liked Bucky kind of getting that resolve with Zemo.
Yes.
You know, when they were at the Sokovian Memorial, and he was like, "You were programmed to kill. Like it was embedded in you." And he holds the gun to him. He pulls the trigger, but then like he's got the bullets in his other hand. That was
Mm.
just such a powerful moment because even Zemo was like, "Fair play, mate."
He was like, yeah, because he said to the you say the word the people. I can't remember the name.
Which, oh, the Dora
The
Milaje.
bolt. Yeah, them. He said to them that he would hand them over after he's finished with him. Clearly, he's finished with him, so he
Mm.
was like, "Oh, his Zemo was like, oh, I saw my name in your book," and he was like,
Yeah, I
"Yeah."
took the liberty of crossing it out.
Took my liberty of crossing my name out, and was like, and you could kind of tell the uncertainty. He was like, "Is he gonna kill me? Is he gonna not?" He brings a gun, he
Yeah.
cocks the gun, and Zemo was like, "Well, this is it, I guess. Fair enough. I
Well,
don't care."
You know what it was? Zemo was more than expecting him to kill him,
Mm.
but his choice not to kill him, Zemo was like, "You're more than I thought you were," you know?
Yeah, because he said, well, he didn't say. He said with his body language, he was like, "Touche, fair play,
Yeah.
completely understandable."
Because, like, throughout the whole show, like, throughout Zemo's appearance in this show, it has just been like, you are still the Winter Soldier, mate. But then Bucky doing this has shown to him, like, you know what, I was wrong.
In it,
So I thought that was a really good
he
moment.
just he's proven the very person who tried to eliminate
Mm,
him wrong.
mm.
He was like, "Listen, you're
Um,
not right."
and then Bucky asks a favor from AO. We won't
Mm.
talk about what that favor is yet. We'll leave that to last, but that was
Okay,
cool.
okay,
Yeah. But
yeah, yeah.
when Sam talks to Isaiah and takes the shield as well, he took the shield with him. I really like that moment because for all like you would think Isaiah would actually want to hold the shield, but through everything he's been through, his
He's
whole
like, "Nah,
ideals, he's like, nah, I, he's like, he is the one person who does not believe in what that shield represents because of everything
no,
he's been through. And they
yeah,
really drew a
exactly,
parallel. They drew another parallel. So, you know how Isaiah was giving Sam the reasoning of how he ended up in jail?
yeah,
It's the exact same thing Steve did in the first Avenger. So you know how
yeah,
Steve went off to that Hydra base and saved Bucky and what was it, the Howling Commandos and all those other soldiers, and then he comes marching
mm,
back and he gets praised and all this.
yeah."
Isaiah Bradley did the exact same thing, but what did he get? He got imprisonment. Like,
Well, because back in those times, back in them days,
mm,
um, it was the people in power of America had a lot different values towards different people.
mm,
So if he did that now, if Isaiah and Steve did those exact same things now, they would both be praised relatively equally.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
but
Because if I hear about Isaiah running into like enemy lines and saving two guys and dragging them out and making sure that they were
like
saved and they were
Isaiah did. Wait,
completely fine, I'd be like, yo, that's
Isaiah didn't just save anyone. He saved super soldiers.
yeah,
Even
he
though they
saved
were
the other
failed
super
super
soldiers.
soldiers, even though they were failed super soldiers, they were still, super soldiers. Realistically, the
Yeah,
government, even though they were, it's twisted, they would still want them, even if they were failures,
yeah.
just so they could see where they went wrong. Um, I like it. It was weird because like Isaiah was like, the government, like, this is where they brought in racism again, but like and it worked, and it worked.
Yeah,
Like
because
when I,
it was two opposing. It wasn't two
mm,
opposing of it. It was like two different people having their own ideals, if that makes sense, on the
mm,
same subject. So what
yeah,
Sam sees the shield as representing is completely different from what
different
Isaiah
to what
sees it
Isaiah
as.
sees it. Yeah, and like when Isaiah was like the government would never let a man of color take that shield, and even if they did, no self-respecting black man would take that shield.
Mm,
But then Sam does take the shield, but there's a difference between Sam and Isaiah because Isaiah has gone through everything he's been through,
yeah,
but Sam, and that's because he's black. But Sam,
yeah.
he went through different things, and he got that shield because the man who had it previously believes in him and believes he is the only person who can carry on this mantle.
Well, this is the thing. If you look at the first Avenger, if you look at the
Mm,
Winter Soldier, and if you look at Civil War, what you'll see is Steve's attitudes
mm,
are completely different from the people governing him. If
yeah,
Steve had a say, if Steve had a say, I reckon I can guarantee you that he would not stand for what the government did to the other super soldiers.
no, not a chance.
He would not stand for it. And yeah, he came from a time where a lot of people were, you know,
Mm,
idealistically racist or, just subset racist,
yeah,
where they didn't mean it, but it was still intent, if that makes sense. So they they didn't mean to be racist, but the things that they said came across as
mm,
being very racist.
mm.
Steve
But like
wouldn't stand
that's
like
the thing.
Steve wouldn't swear. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
he wouldn't even swear because he's
Steve,
out of respect.
Steve believed in people. He
Exactly,
believed in the
yeah.
person, not what they looked like or anything, or they came from. He
Exactly.
believed in the person.
If Steve was running the government, he would have been
Mm.
like, "Yo, praise these guys because they've done
It's
bits."
another thing though, like back to the Madam Hydra thing. I liked how she actually confirmed that the government don't own the shield because I've
Mm.
speculated that for a long time. Like it's
What if the
pretty
government owned the
obvious.
shield or not?
Yeah, like because it's kind of just like if they wanted it so badly off of Sam, why didn't they just take it? Because they don't own it. They don't have the right to do that.
Yeah. Well,
It
technically, it was Howard Stark who used
yeah,
government vibranium to make the shield. So
it
it's
no.
technically the property of Howard Stark, isn't it?
Howard Stark got that vibranium. He got the vibranium, not the government. He
He
got it.
got the. Oh, he
He
got
got the
it.
vibranium. Yeah. So it was always Howard Stark's. It was essentially Tony's. And
It's
Tony
a
gave it to
Stark
Steve.
family heritage,
Yeah.
and Stark was like, "Here's your shield cap,"
Yeah.
and
So
then yeah, I guess
um
it is the Stark family heritage. Then.
mm, I liked I liked the scene where they were just that little montage of them just fixing the boat. I thought that was nice and
Mm.
wholesome because that
It
boat
was, yeah.
because that boat has like represented Sam's issues in this show, like his
Mm.
issues of letting go and moving on. But now
Yeah.
that he can fix it, like you
He's
know,
like he's like, oh, I can actually, you know, do
mm,
this with
do
someone,
something.
and yeah,
But
because
I found it funny.
he was like, oh, they've given me like a discharge, if that makes sense.
Mm, but
Not a discharge.
I found it funny. Like I liked how he did call everyone who his family has done favors for in the past as well. Like
In it.
it's a nice sense of community. But I liked how when Bucky showed up and he was helping, he just kept flexing his super soldier strength, like lifting that engine off the boat, lifting that
Yeah,
engine off
yeah,
the
yeah.
truck, ripping
With one arm.
yeah, ripping banners off the boat as well, just with such ease. When Sam's struggling to get it off, he just shows up and like rips it off. Oh, and when he flirts with Sam's sister.
Hey, Sam sister.
Yeah, he was like, oh, hi, I'm Bucky, and she goes, oh, hi, Bucky. Like, and like Sam just gave him that look, like, really, you're gonna flirt with my sister in front of me
It's
when
like
you're old
rule
enough
number
to be our
one:
granddad? Like, when he's like, you're
don't
old enough to be our granddad, and you're
in it.
gonna flirt. I thought that was great. But no, one thing Sam said to Bucky, because Sam therapized Bucky in this episode, which was great. It's he
Oh
he
yeah,
he really needed that, and I'm glad they both understand each other now. But when he said like, you don't have to you don't have to give. When he started with that list, he was going after people that he enabled as the Winter Soldier. He didn't give. He
yeah.
didn't go to the people that needed closure. So I'm hoping in the next episode, because when Bucky walked off, it seemed like he was going to go back to that old guy he was friends with in the first episode.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping, in the last episode, we see him go to that guy and give him the closure.
I think it will
And
be right at the end of the episode. You know what I mean?
I, I don't know when in the. I'm just hoping it will be in the episode, because it's really needed.
Yeah.
And I think if what I think his name's Yuri or something. I think if Yuri
Yeah.
forgives him,
Is it Yuri?
I don't know, doesn't matter. But if
He
he
has his
forgives
last
him
name
as
begins with
well,
M. I remember that his last name
yeah,
begins
yeah.
with M.
But if he forgives him, that will just mean the world to Bucky, and it's what
Yes.
Bucky needs to move on. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping. I'm
I
hoping.
agree.
Um, yeah. Now, the last juicy bit. The
Yep. Let's
favor.
go.
The favor
Favor.
is 100% a new suit for Sam,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
definitely.
100% vibranium. And I'm so excited to see what it looks like because I'm really hoping it's comic book accurate because it will be sick.
What with
The wings and everything,
with
blue and
the
white.
white, the blue, white, and the tiny bit of red with the wings on the
Yeah,
side of
red
his
on the
head.
wings. Yeah.
No
No, no,
hat
no. I
top.
mean, no. I mean Falcon's Captain America suit, like the one
Oh,
we saw in the
Falcon's Captain
comics.
America suit. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, please. That'll be great.
Mm.
What
And I
there was
like.
a reiteration that I saw of his wings.
Mm,
In the first episode when he put both of his wings together and they kind of formed like a shield.
yeah.
There was an iteration of that where the shield looks like the first Captain America shield on his wings, and when he spreads them out, there's like
Yeah.
stars going across the top of it.
Mm. This this will be amazing. I just can't wait for it. I can't wait
It'll be
because
good.
again they ended it on like a banger, like just him opening the case about to suit up.
It'd be sick, bro. It'd be actually sick.
I'm, I'm so excited because Marvel is sick with their suits.
Oh
Like
yeah,
their
majority of
costume
them.
designs are bang. They
If you
bang. They're
look at
so good.
Winter Soldier's first arm,
Mm,
very very comic book accurate.
obviously, but I I think with the
If you
arm it's
look at
quite easy to get the arm right. I just mean the suit in general. Like Captain America's suit
oh
in Endgame was so comic book accurate.
oh yeah,
Even Iron Man's one was the most comic book accurate we've had in Endgame.
if you look at Bucky's new arm, yeah, it might not be comic book
Mm.
accurate, but it's still good looking. You know what I mean?
No, his arm is sick. Oh my god, it's sick.
It's great, black and gold, black and gold.
No,
Plus,
it's not quite black. It's like a very very dark
it's like
gray.
a yeah, I was gonna say like really like
Mm.
almost black. If there was a color called almost black, it would be that.
It'd be that. It's like off white but black, off black.
Yeah, It's like, oh, you thinking no, it's like a glossy black. It's not
Mm,
proper dark. It's like it's very shiny,
shiny. Why do you say
shiny.
it like that?
I don't
Shiny.
know, shiny,
Shiny.
shiny.
Shiny. Shut up. But no, wait, mate. I can't wait for next episode because we're gonna see John Walker with his new shield, his fake shield. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
see Sam in his new suit. We're gonna see them face off against the Flag Smashers and Batroc the Leaper. God
Hmm.
knows what's gonna happen with Sharon.
I reckon she's going to be revealed to be the power broker
Mm, yeah,
because if she is the power broker, because I saw this argument and it was like, if she's the power broker, why is she killing her own men? Boss, if you're a mafia
she
boss,
can afford to. You can
you
afford
shoot
to.
your own men
Mm,
to send a message. You know what I mean?
mm,
She has the option and the fighting power to kill her own men because she can just
mm,
go out onto the streets and be like, "Yo, do you want a job?" And they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, all right, kill some people for me." Okay, cool. Because it's Madripoor. They don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. And what else is gonna happen in the next episode? I think.
Attack on the GRC.
Mm,
That's going to be very big.
I think. I think there's definitely gonna be another standoff with Walker and Sam and Bucky.
Yes. Except this
But the
time Walker
difference,
in full US agent
I don't think he's gonna
with his
be
new
fully
shield.
kitted in US agent yet. I think
Do you know?
no, because you know when he was making the shield, he was spray painting that the same like red and that and blue. So I don't think he'll go straight into US agent. I think if he is going to be US agent, it's going to be at the end of the episode.
Mm,
I think if he does suit up as US agent, it will be at the end of the episode. But
fair
thing
enough.
is, he's definitely going to do it because I saw leaked toys. The one for
Yeah.
John Walker, it was US agent, black and red and white. Like, it wasn't what he's
Yeah.
been wearing in the show. It's been his actual US agent. So it's
I
gonna
wonder whether
happen.
he's gonna. I wonder whether there's gonna be mention to Patriot or something.
What Super Patriot?
Yeah, Super Patriot. Like
No, I don't.
if
No,
that'll be one of the names he considers and just
no.
doesn't go for it.
That okay. They might, but there's no way they'll use it like properly
No, yeah,
because
yeah. They won't
when
establish it as a character,
his
but
yeah no
they'll reference it.
because when he was Super Patriot in the comics, this was when he was like a bad guy before he became
Mm.
Captain America. He was like
And he
bad guy. Like
staged
this was
everything. He
like his
staged like a coup.
this was like his first appearance.
Mm.
Super Patriot, bad guy, fought Captain America. But then like I can't remember what happened. But then like he's a good guy, and then he becomes Captain America. You know,
Yeah.
so they've kind of just skipped it in a Super Patriot. So there's
Well, I mean,
no, I
I
don't.
hope they at least reference it. Not because
Mm,
like someone in one of the other films was going through a list of names that they've gone by in the comics, and then um they settled on their actual comic book name. Like they went through all the names that they've been named before, and then they went, actually, this one sounds good.
yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't think of who it is.
Can't remember who it was, but I think that's what they're gonna do. It's like, oh, what should my name be? Super Patriot,
I feel like
Patriot,
no,
Super
because
Patriot. Oh,
Madam
US
Hydra is
agent.
gonna be Madam Hydra will be in the episode, and
Oh
she'll
yeah,
be. I reckon she'll give John Walker a new suit,
she's gonna be the
and
one pulling the strings of John Walker this time.
yeah, and I think she'll be the one to give him like the US agent suit at the end of the episode. And
Mm.
I think when she's doing it, she'll be like, what should we call you? And then she'll joke and
Yeah,
say Super
yeah,
Patriot. Nah, too stupid.
Yeah.
I think.
That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, I think that's what's
Yeah,
going to happen.
yeah.
Hopefully it does. What are we going to talk about after this show
What will?
finishes, bro? What are we going to talk about after the show finishes?
No, but apparently there's going to be Marvel content every week for this whole year. I think Shang-Chi's coming out soon. I don't know what's coming out between this and Loki, but I think something's coming
Maybe
out.
they're going to fill it in. Maybe they're going to fill the gaps in with like the What If series because
Yes, what if?
the
Oh
What
wait,
If series is technically infinite. You can technically have infinite possibilities with that series.
mm,
So they've only showed us a few little ones within the trailer. So
yeah,
what's the harm in releasing like I don't know, like a 15-minute, 20-minute animated episode that won't take long because you've got a world-class animating team, world-class
mm.
voice acting team, world-class editing team, 20
Well,
minutes a
I think
week.
it's just it's gonna be
You know what I mean?
really cool.
I'm thinking I can't wait for What If. I'm actually buzzing for
Neither,
it.
neither, because like
Bro,
it'll have,
Peggy Carter takes the serum.
mm, mate,
That's
because you got like I'm just looking at the cast list for it at the moment. Sebastian
mm,
Stan, Tom Hiddleston, Chadwick Boseman, Haley Atwell, Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Karen Gillian, Michael B. Jordan. Like, mate,
bro, right. Everyone was like to Michael B. Jordan in like the first Black Panther, like, oh, like what's his game here? What's he trying to get at? Like, he's all right. I loved him. I thought he was
he
sick.
was sick. He was sick. You know what? Like,
I
he
thought
was
he
one
was
of those
great.
villains that you actually get why they're doing it.
Yeah,
He's like Zemo. I think
he's
I
like
put him
Zemo but
some.
cooler.
He's like Zemo with a more morally justifiable reason. Because Zemo, what he
Yeah,
did was justifiable. You know, because he lost his family.
he lost his family,
And
and he was like, right, super soldiers can no
mm,
longer exist. And he took the very rational approach of going, right, just kill all super
psychological
soldiers.
warfare. Because
Psychological
like as well,
warfare, let them kill
because like
themselves.
I think any person in the Marvel universe who has lost their family because of the Avengers would want
Yeah,
revenge. But no one has had the ability to do it. But Zemo comes along and he's like, he's had all this
let's
training,
tear
all
these
this
boys
skill.
apart.
He can do it. He knows what he's doing, so he does it.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, yo, let's just tear
It's
these
like,
boys apart.
it's like originally for Venom's in the comics. Originally, Venom was going to be a woman, and
Mm.
she would have lost her family because of Spider-Man. Like it wasn't
And
Spider-Man directly,
yeah,
but like indirectly. And then when she became Venom, she used that to get revenge.
mm. Zima did it right though.
Mm.
I reckon.
Thing is,
Zima,
Zemo beat the Avengers. He did it
yeah,
before Thanos. Like
exactly. Yeah, he tore them
Zemo is the
apart.
reason Thanos won
Yeah, because
because Zemo had
during
already torn them apart.
and they were trying to fix themselves back together, and then Thanos came
Mm.
along and was like, "Oh, they're already relatively in shambles.
Mm.
Now, I guess I'll take it from here."
Exactly.
But no, I think this next episode should be good, and I can't wait to see what they
It's
release next
gonna
week.
bang.
Not next week,
Oh yeah.
week after.
Oh yeah. Imagine if next episode's an hour and a half.
Bro, if it's
That would
actually an
be
hour and a half,
beautiful.
I'm gonna be
I'd be
bliss.
so happy.
Mwah,
I'd be so
bliss.
happy.
Chef's kiss. Mwah, yes.
Yeah. Mwah. I'd be so happy.
Me be
Because like
sick.
it's only had 6 episodes. And I feel like there's a
Yeah.
lot that they need to include in this last episode.
They need to tie up a couple loose ends, and they need
Mm.
to what is it? They need to tie up a couple loose ends, and they need to establish a couple more things, and then they're done. I reckon.
Mm.
For
Because
now.
I hate when shows end but they haven't fully ended because there's still things that they either didn't give enough time on or just didn't finish off completely.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where that goes.
Innit? I I hope they do the right thing.
Mm.
I hope they look and they see like, oh, we've done this, we've established
Yeah,
this. We need
but
to
Marvel's
make sure that we give a good ending,
but like
and also
Marvel's
tie it into future projects.
yeah, Marvel's good with that stuff. So I think even if they don't finish like properly sum up everything, it will
Mm,
still have consequence in future Marvel stuff.
yeah.
Like John Walker, he's definitely going to show up in the future of the MCU.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
So I'm so excited, man.
But I actually can't wait.
Because this show is so good. This show is so good. I'm sad it's ending. I am actually really
Yeah.
sad it's ending.
I prefer this from WandaVision, but then I also did
Yeah.
like WandaVision.
No, I like WandaVision, but I definitely prefer this more.
Oh yeah, boss,
Yo,
it's sick. It's gonna be good. It's been
it's
good.
gonna be good. Yeah, trust. It hasn't let me down at all. I don't feel let down by this show.
In it, I feel like it's been relatively consistent and it's given a lot more insight to like how the underworld works and how people's
Mm,
actions of the Avengers affect other people.
yeah. Wait,
It's been
I think the only thing that they could do that could have honestly like just made me lose it in this next episode is if Steve shows up.
that would be confusing, but
I
also
just like
kind of cool.
I I think he needs to like him showing up would just wrap up Sam's character arc
What?
so well.
As an old man? Is he still
Yeah, yeah,
old
old
or
man
no? He
Steve.
died.
Well, they
Did,
haven't said he's
did it?
dead.
I swear they did his funeral in the first episode.
No, no, they didn't.
Did they not?
That wasn't a funeral. That was like Steve. That was Sam giving up the shield. Because the thing is, they keep saying he's gone and that, but they haven't actually specifically said he's dead.
I see.
I feel like if he did die, they would have actually been like, yeah, Steve's actually dead. 'Cause the only reason he's gone is because he's an old man. He wants to go live his like the remainder of his
He
days
wants
in
to go.
peace.
He wanted. Yeah, he wanted to live his life, and he did.
Hmm. Doesn't
And
mean
now
he's
he's handed
dead.
it over to Sam.
Hmm. But I think it'd be sick if old man Steve showed up.
Ah,
Yeah,
I think it'll be good.
it'll be good. I'm excited anyway. We should gotta wait. What? It's Sunday today, isn't it? Gotta
Yeah, we've
wait.
got to wait another
Yeah,
couple
5 days.
days, 5
5 days.
days. Boss,
So like,
it's
boss
gonna be good.
is gonna be good. And that's a wrap, my friend.
There's a wrap. I shall see you, and I won't see everyone, but I won't even listen to them either. They'll hear me next week.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll hear us next week. We won't hear you. We
You'll,
won't see you. But
yeah,
you'll see us and hear us.
you'll see and hear us majoritively here next week on
Mm,
Sunday, 2 days after the last episode comes out, and I can complain about everything
yeah. And
because
then
I
on
complain
YouTube,
about a
you'll
lot of
get it on
things.
Wednesday. On Wednesday on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Peace, my
Adios.
friends. Adios, my
Peace.
friend.